Good morning, culés. It is time to wake up and Barca live Barcelona news coming at you right here on the Undefeated channel. It's a big news day for Barcelona. Robert Lewandowski officially unveiled and given the number 9 kit. What does that mean for Memphis Depay? Azpi staying at Chelsea. Xavi turns 18. Anniversary of Messi announcing that he's leaving. Plus, Barcelona exits. All being discussed on today's episode of Wake Up and Barca. If you are just finding us for the very first time, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can be part of the conversation as we catch up on all the headlines coming out of the Camp Nou. We have a little bit of caffeine, but again, most importantly, it's about that conversation, folks, connecting with your fellow culés from around the world as we chat about Barcelona. Subscribe, do all those things that YouTubers tell you to do every time you watch a video. You know what to do. Hit like, the notifications, the yada, yada, yada. All right, let's go ahead and kick things off the right way, my friends. Pew!
Ladies and gentlemen, you are now tuning in to the undefeated Mustache John.
All right. So like I said, there is a lot of news to get into. So let's just jump right in with Barcelona's official unveiling of Lewandowski coming in hot, wearing the number 9. Apparently there was something like 50, 60,000 culés excited there to welcome Lewandowski. I saw a tweet earlier that it wasn't as many people that came out for Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Different time, different era. That was pre-COVID, you know what I mean? For that many culés to come out and celebrate the presentation of Lewandowski, it's good news. I think it's going to be great things for Lewandowski in Barcelona. I think it's a wonderful partnership. I think Lewandowski looking for some of those personal accolades, but he can do it by coming and joining a team that is más que un club, someone that is bigger than football. Barcelona. This has an air of Thierry Henry coming to Barcelona in 2008, 2009. Very accomplished, legendary status at one club, comes to Barcelona because they want the prestige. They want the trophies. He wants a Champions League title again, and he wants that Ballon d'Or. I know he does. That's probably primary reason why Lewandowski chose Barcelona. He said, you know what? If I go into Barcelona and I'm that final piece of the puzzle with Ansu, with Pedri, with Gavi, with Araujo, this team that they're building over in Barcelona, if I, Lewandowski, can come in there and be that number 9, be that cherry on top, be that poacher, that goal scorer, I'm telling you, folks, Champions League, Ballon d'Or for Lewandowski, if not this year, maybe next. I'm saying, I think it's going to happen, you guys. I really do. Might sound a bit outlandish right now, but if you're paying attention, the revamp that Barcelona have done has been absolutely incredible. Bringing in big names, bringing in medium names, getting excellent deals this summer. All good things. Compared to last summer, my goodness. I mean, what a turnaround. Last summer, Messi leaves. We spend way too much money on mediocre signings. January, we finally start to turn things around. Torres, Aubameyang, and the like. But this, folks, this is what we want. We want players like Lewandowski, that kind of status. So I'm pumped for this one. I'm very excited. But it's not all good news for Barcelona just yet. According to our good friend Pablo Wolz Blanco, as per Gerard Romero, Azpi is going to stay at Chelsea. This has been confirmed by club, by player, by everybody now. Looked at Barca this summer, but ever the professional, says Pablo. Azpi wanted his future clear before the start of the Premier League, which is honestly quite honorable. So he has chosen to stay and renew at Chelsea, the club whom he is a legend for. Big news. So happy for Chelsea, happy for Azpi, happy for Pablo. Shout out if you're watching, my guy. This feels right. I actually messaged Pablo on Twitter about this. This feels right to me. I'm not sold on Azpi being able to come in and start for Barcelona. I think he would have been pushed out to the right back, which, yes, he's played plenty of minutes for Chelsea out at right back. But these days, I think he needs to be more central. And I think despite me just celebrating Lewandowski leaving his primary club to come to Barcelona, I do like when a player stays at the club that they're known for, I should say. I know that he was not, part of Chelsea's youth team or anything like that, but it's where he made his breakthrough. It's where he made his name, so to speak. So I think this sits well for me. I'm okay with Azpilicueta staying at Chelsea. I'm okay with it for the player. I'm okay for Barcelona. It gives Dest a better opportunity to sneak in. I'm wearing his jersey right now because I'm feeling for him. I don't think Dest is going to get a lot of opportunities this year, even without Azpilicueta coming in. So we've got lots more to talk about. Transfer rumors, Gavi's birthday, all kinds of things. Those are the top two stories, though. Lewandowski being revealed. Azpilicueta says no to Barca, yes to Chelsea. This is where I'll turn to the chat. I'll say my hellos. I'm going to take this robe off because I'm hot right now. Hot right now. Went to a happy hour last night. I don't do a lot of drinking, folks, just to be honest with you. It's not my favorite substance to consume. But had a couple of drinks, and now I'm just feeling a little bit hungover just after like 2 drinks. Not enough sleep, not enough eat. Not enough eat, idiot. Not enough food is how that works. What a dum-dum. Anyway, let's turn to the chat. Let's say hello to the Stash Squad. Say my good mornings. And then we'll get into some more news. We'll celebrate Gavi's birthday. We'll talk about Barcelona summer exits and more. Let's see who we got in here today. Go Cool, hello and good morning. Chris E, hello. Ernest, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Felipe, becoming a regular in here. Good to see you. Winston, how we doing, sir? Walter, good morning. Appreciate the thumbs up. Who else we got in here? Pierre's with us. Alex Hernandez is with us. Sahil and Kavin, hello. Ernest says, be honest, John, you are quite happy because this gives Dest a better chance. I mentioned that. 100%. I don't think Dest is going to play in the big matches this year. I really don't. I think we saw last year, first Xavi tried Danny against Real Madrid, and we were like, oh no, he doesn't have the pace for this. And then he tried Araujo, and that worked. So my suspicion is that Dest will get playing time, but it'll be against the lower half of the La Liga table. It will be in Copa del Rey, and it will be later in matches, bigger matches, when he starts on the bench to give a little offensive spark when needed. I think our starting defense for this year is going to be Jordi Alba, Koundé. I think if PK's healthy, I still think he starts. I know most coolies are not going to agree with me, but I think that happens. And then I think Araujo goes at right back. Like, that's going to be the go-to defense this year. When we play Real Madrid, when we go into Champions League and play teams like a Man City, a Bayern Munich, a PSG that has just offensive juggernauts. Can't really rely on Dest defensively. He's inconsistent on the attack. He's very hot and cold. Moments of brilliance that get me excited. But even I'm willing to admit that he is a defensive liability with his inconsistency. So, I want him to stay at the club. I want him to learn from the players around him. It does sadden me a little bit that Dest does not have Dani Alves to learn from anymore. But I want him to learn from the players around him. And I in a year's time, I think Dest will be ready. I'll say this. If Dest is not ready to step up and own that right back position or left back position by next season, going to have to look elsewhere. I can admit that. Ghost Lost, how we doing, sir? Asking if Memphis is going to go. Well, we'll get to that in just 1 second here. First, we'll go to transfer rumors next, but first, go ahead and celebrate Gavi's birthday. Pablo Gavi turning 18 today. Was given this lovely little birthday cake. Now, there's a few things that come with this 18th birthday. All right, one of them being the fact that now that he's 18, he can sign a contract for more than 3 years. Alemany has been quoted at saying that he's actually been dragging his feet a little bit on offering that contract to Gavi, getting the signature, because you have to be at least 18 years old to sign a contract more than 3 years. So what does this mean? If we're reading in between the lines here, I'm thinking 4 or 5 year contract for Gavi. 5 would be outstanding. Lock him down until he's 23. That means in like 3 years' time, we'll start negotiating for an extension. This whole saga with letting players' contracts come to an end, actually expire, and then continuing the negotiations, that is atypical. That is not what Barcelona are going to usually do. It's far more common, I should say, that when you're in your second to last year, conversations start, and so that when you're in your final year of the contract early on, a decision is made. You're either staying or you're signing an extension. This whole jazz about, oh, we'll wait and see. We'll just let my contract expire. My name's Dembele. I just do what I want. For the birds. It's for the birds. So Gavi turns 18. I got to think a contract is right around the corner. La Liga starts next weekend. Kit numbers should be coming out, I think, this week. Does anybody know officially when the kit numbers are going to be released? Because I'm now waiting with Ricky Puig gone and Gavi turning 18. New contract, new number 6. Pedri, Gavi wearing the 6 and the 8 this year. Come on, Joan Laporta couldn't have written it any better himself. I think it's going to happen, folks. I think we're going to see Gavi get a new contract, be given the number 6. I think that's going to be unveiled on Monday. I think that's going to happen. What do you all think, though? Of course, this is very much about conversation, so I'll turn to the chat, get your thoughts. But let's pause a moment, because if you have not hit that like button yet, what are you waiting for? You're here, you're watching, you're enjoying it. Show me some love. Hit that like button. Easiest way to show your support for the channel, helps get some eyes on the live stream. So take just a moment if you haven't done so. Hit that like button. I do appreciate it. And then we'll get caught up on the chat here. Felipe says, if the rumors are true and we end up with Trent Arnold next season, Des will be gone. He needs a big season. I have not seen that at all. Where are those reports coming from? I'm not saying it's not happening. I'm just saying I have not seen that. Trent Alexander-Arnold. That is an interesting option. English players don't typically leave England, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, who was the last English player to come and play in Spain? David Beckham? I'm sure I'm wrong about that. I'm sure I'm wrong. But David Beckham, Michael Owen, they were the outliers. You don't get a lot of English guys leaving England, for one, and two, going to Spain. It just doesn't happen very often. Sahil saying, if it's Champions League final, would you start Garcia or PK in the back? I would start PK. One match, all on the line. PK or Garcia, I would go PK. But for the course of the season, we're going to need more than that. Ernest, hello, says, my birthday is 10 days after Gavi's, but a day after our 8-2 thrashing. That's okay. We've got Lewandowski now, so we're going to do our own 8-2 thrashing. But an early happy birthday to you, Ernest. Glad you're here, buddy. Greg, good morning to you. Appreciate you participating in the chat here. Good to see you. Mike says, if Gavi is feisty on the field, imagine how feisty he'd be on his birthday party after a few drinks. Hopefully not. Alcohol's bad for you, folks, like I was saying. Had a couple of Casamigos on the rocks last night. I'm a tequila guy if I am going to have a drink, but it doesn't do the body good. It just really doesn't. There's better substances out there, folks. Just saying. Walter, how we doing? Alex Hernandez says, Gampa game. I think jerseys will be officially announced. That would be cool. That would be cool. I know that by the time we register our players, they have to be associated with numbers 1 through 25. Plus, we'll have some youngsters come up. I wonder if maybe Pablo Torres. I wonder if he'll get a first team number or not. Rumors are saying no. He's going to be Barca B. We'll touch on that in a second. That's what I'm seeing. Chris E says Trippier at right back. I think we missed the boat on that one. A couple years ago. Oh, sorry. I apologize. You mean Trippier coming in playing in Spain? You are 100% correct. Thank you for that. I overlooked that. Good shout out there, Chris. Appreciate you, buddy. Kevin says Trent once said he likes Barca and its rules and philosophy. Okay. I mean, listen, who wouldn't want to play for Barcelona? We're a hot commodity. Wearing the Blaugrana kit, it's an honor. Absolute privilege to do so. All right. Let's jump back over and take a look at some transfer rumors. This is a big one that I was not expecting, folks. Was not expecting this at all. with everything that's going on in the transfer market, I was completely overlooking the fact that maybe Aubameyang's not so happy about what's going on at Barcelona. Maybe he's not super stoked about Lewandowski coming in like everybody else is. So according to Fabrizio Romano, Thomas Tuchel on Aubameyang deal, as he has scored 79 goals at Dortmund. He said, I would be interested in the 79 goals, actually, but I will not comment on Abba to Chelsea links. Thomas Tuchel added, as reported by S. Johnson Sport. I don't know who that is, but shout out to S. Johnson Sport. So it's interesting, folks. It's an interesting conversation because Aubameyang came in last January when we were desperate for a striker. We had Luke de Goat carrying the weight. Shout out to Luke de Goat. Love you, buddy, wherever you are. But Aubameyang might be displaced. And it brings up, I would say, perhaps even more interesting question is, can we afford to lose Aubameyang and Memphis? If that happens, I'm actually thinking we're looking a little bit thin at that point because we would have Lewandowski, we would have Ansu, we would have Torres, we would have I'm blanking now. Dembele and Rafinha. That's only 5. And if Ansu Fati and Dembele get injured, now we've only got 3 forwards. So we can't let both of them go. I can't imagine a scenario where Aubameyang and Memphis both leave. Memphis, there's reports about Juventus, also reports about Chelsea. So one of them, either Abba or Memphis, is going to go. For me, I think I'd rather keep Memphis. I think he gives us a different player profile than the rest. Aubameyang, very much run in behind, poacher in the box, get on the end of a cross, that type of player. He's not going to play with his back to goal successfully. We did run that test last year. Full appreciation for what Aubameyang brings to the table, but what Barcelona are looking for is somebody that the wingers and the midfielders can play off of. Yes, we want you to be able to run in behind, a la a Samuel Eto'o, a David Villa, if you will. You need to have that, all right? But Memphis, much better on the ball than Aubameyang. Much more of that creative playmaker, that maestro in the forward line. Also has more versatility. Memphis can play on that left wing or centrally or as a false 9. Yes, Aubameyang can play on the left wing, but I don't like him out there. Don't like him out there. He just kind of drifts. I don't know, folks. Maybe we'll turn to the chat on this one. If one stays and one goes, who you keeping? Who you letting go? Aubameyang or Memphis? I want to know. I'll turn to the chat, get your thoughts. If you're watching this on replay, let me know down in the comments. You're going to keep one and let go of one. Aubameyang and Memphis. What's your decision there? And then again, of course, if you didn't do it already, hit that like button, folks. I'm trying to go for 1 million likes. No, I don't know. What we got? 17 people. Let's go for 15 likes. Let's get 15 likes on the board. How about it, folks? Let's see here. Ernest says, did you know Gavi shares most of his name with Escobar? I did not know that. That's funny. What else we got here? Greg says, probably need to keep Abba in case Louis gets injured or needs a rest during the season. Yeah, he's not going to play 90 minutes every match. You know what I mean? We're going to want to save some of those minutes towards the end. So Lewandowski, if he gets 60 and then Abba gets 30, or Lewandowski gets 60 and Memphis gets 30, I'm okay with that. For me, I would keep Memphis instead of Aubameyang. Just because, like I said, he does offer something different, a little bit more of a one-man show, too. Like, if we have our starters in there playing tiki-taka football and it's not coming into fruition, we're not getting what we need, you throw something different on there. You throw a Memphis Depay in there, shake things up a little bit. He can take players on one-on-one. He can do it all himself, or he can get in with the tiki-taka. So for me, it's Memphis over Aubameyang. Aubameyang does give Lewandowski more direct competition, but let's be real. Aubameyang is not going to start over Lewandowski. It's not going to happen. That ain't happening, folks. Anyway. Winston says, I would rather keep Depay. I'm with you on that. Sahil, same things. Would rather keep Depay. Calvin says, Memphis stay. He's so good and can play many positions. I'm with you on that. Chris, though, says, I think Alba works better with the team, but Memphis is more likely to have a moment of magic on his own, so it's hard to pick between them. It's a fair point. That's pretty much the assessment, right? Aubameyang, more of that, I'll get on the end and finish it. Memphis is more of a give me the ball and watch what I do with it, which is, I think, what we need off the bench, to be honest. Neither player, Aubameyang or Memphis, neither one is going to start regularly, right? In those go-to matches, Real Madrid, Champions League, Copa del Rey late into the tournament. Neither one's going to be starting, right? We're going to have players fit, healthy, ready to go this season. Yeah, it's a tough choice, but I'm going to go Memphis. I'm going to go Memphis on that one. All right. As you can see, I've got a lot of tabs open here. So let's run through some of these player updates. We've got 5 or 6 players right now that Barcelona are still trying to find a new home for. Let's do a quick little rundown here and see what updates we have in terms of Barcelona summer exits. Let's start with Nico Queda. This is according to Albert Roge. Says that despite what's going on with Pjanic, it's looking like Nico's going to stay. He might not get a lot of playing time. He might need to go out on loan. But reports right now are saying that Nico stays. It'll be very interesting if Pjanic stays, or excuse me, if, let me start over. If De Jong leaves, Silva comes in, that removes some of the defensive balance from our midfield. And I think it makes it even more likely that Nico stays and maybe gets some playing time if De Jong leaves and Bernardo Silva comes in. I think that's actually good news for Nico. Could be wrong, but that's how I'm reading it. Next up is Alex Collado. According to Fabrizio Romano, he could leave Barcelona in the next days. He's been told the Spanish midfielder asked Xavi to leave the club and have chances to play as he wants regular game time after direct conversation with the manager. Collado extended the contract with Barcelona until June 2024. He's not fitting in this midfield, folks. It's just not happening. I would be open to selling him. Alone, sure, that's fine, but I haven't seen enough from Collado to be like, oh my gosh, no, we absolutely have to keep him. Look at Ricky Puig. Sometimes these big names don't turn out. All right, so for Alex Collado, it is what it is. I'm okay with him going out on loan. I'm okay with us selling him. Make your move, Barcelona. Do what you got to do. Shake the Room, love the name, says, F that, I want both Abba and Depay. I'm greedy. Listen, if they both stay, cool, but there's going to be some unhappy campers if we have 7, if not 8 forwards going into this season. If we have 7, I'm cool with that. 8 is a bit much. Speaking of forwards, here's one that's likely going to be on the move. Easy Abde. I think he's got a bright future for Barcelona. His confidence on the ball, his dribbling ability reminds me of a Riyad Mahrez. Reports are saying that he's going to renew until 2026 just so that he can go out on loan to either Rayo, Girona, Elche, or Osasuna. They're all looking for the young Moroccan winger. Last year was looking like maybe he was going to get a chance. Him and Jukla were getting plenty of opportunities. Didn't do quite enough, but showed some signs of potential. So I'm excited for Abde's future. I'm glad to see that we're not selling him, that he's actually going to go out on loan. He'll get some playing time, some experience. And then who knows what happens this year with Dembele, with Rafinha, with Torres. We'll see what happens, okay? Abde could be coming back next season. Could be a significant role player for Barcelona in the future. I think that could definitely happen. Professor, good morning. Says, morning all culés. Let's keep our expectations balanced for this season. Great signings don't always lead to a great season. Trust the process. Professor, that's actually a pretty good point. New names, new faces. Yes, Xavi gets a full summer training camp, which is nice. But new faces, it takes time to gel. Players coming in and playing in new leagues even. Kessié, Lewandowski, Rafinha. Big club, new league. You do have to take some time to settle in. So fair point. I appreciate you bringing that up, Professor. Continuing on with Barcelona's summer exits. This isn't quite an exit, but reports are saying that Pablo Torre, despite the hype around the player, will play for Barca B this season. Xavi will give him some minutes with the first team. So it's going to be a little bit like how Nico and Gavi started out last year. They're going to get a number that is not first team numbers, so 26 or higher. They'll break into the first team. They'll get some time, but may not be officially confirmed as a first team player this year. Reports are saying it's probably going to be for Barca B, which again, I'm okay with. Attacking midfielder, can play in that number 10 role, even though we don't really use that position. But versatile midfielder, Pablo Torre, one for the future. He's going to spend some time at Barca B first. Here is an exit that I'm happy to see. Neto is going to England to confirm his deal with Bournemouth. Go ahead and make it happen. Barcelona are letting him go for free. Neto, who else? Neto, Ricky Puig, and there's one other that we're just saying, hey, just you go ahead. We don't need anything. You go ahead. Xavi has not relied on Neto whatsoever. I'm talking 0% reliability, according to Xavi. I think he played him in like one match, saw him pass out of the back for 45 minutes, and then was like, nope, never again. We're done with that. So Neto, on his way to England, playing for Bournemouth, and it is farewell. I can't imagine Kool-Ace are going to really miss this goalkeeper too much. Big Brazilian goalkeeper. Didn't do a lot for Barca. So farewell to Neto. A couple players that we might have to take drastic measures on. Umtiti and Braithwaite. Both players being forced out because they have not found a home yet. Braithwaite apparently is saying, Barca, you got to pay me my money first. And Umtiti still thinks of himself as a World Cup winning center back, and so he wants Champions League football at a big club. Umtiti, it's not going to happen, dude. Everybody knows you've been injured for the last 5 years, Umtiti. So you're not going to get a good deal. You're not going to be playing Champions League football. Go to some mid-level club in France. Please, with all due respect, I love you, Umtiti, for taking a salary cut, deferring your wages so that we could register players last January. Love you for it. It's time to go. Time to go, Umtiti. Gotta get out of here, bro. Okay. Ricky Puig said goodbye on Instagram. I think that's it for summer exits. Is there anyone from that list, Umtiti, Braithwaite, Neto, Collado, Abde, that you are sad to see go, that you think we're making a mistake? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Keep the chat going. I want to know your reaction to some of these Barca exits. Ernest says, in my opinion, Nico was our best CDM in preseason. Fair. It is preseason, however, so you gotta keep that in mind. Ghost talking about Messi. It is, unfortunately, the anniversary of Messi leaving. I don't want to talk about that too much. It's sad times. Here's a funny little clip. We'll wrap up on this, folks. So a lot of people have been talking about what's going to happen when Jordi Alba meets Koundé. Oh my gosh, oh my goodness, because Koundé threw that ball on his face. That's what happens, okay? These are two grown adults who understand the heat and the passion that comes with the game. This was never going to stand in their way. Jordi Alba, Jules Koundé, match made in heaven. They're going to be paired on that left-hand side. Koundé, left center back. Jordi Alba, left back. They'll be just fine, folks. No worries. So anybody that had concerns over Koundé coming in and what's going to happen when he sees Jordi Alba, oh my gosh. Nothing's going to happen. It's all good. All good times, folks. All good times. Speaking of good times, we've got the Joan Gamper Trophy tomorrow. I will be traveling. I will be doing some vacationing, some visiting family. But you guys are going to be able to enjoy the match yourselves. Let's see here. It's going to be... Oh, it's Sunday. Wait a second, folks. Wait just a second. Match is until Sunday. I'm going to be home by then. I might be able to do a watch-along for this. So pause on me saying I won't be there. Might be there. Sunday. I was thinking this game was Saturday. Okay. Might be back for Joan Gamper. We're going to be playing Pumas Unam with their brand new signing, Danny Alves. So it'll be cool to see him. We'll see about a watch along, okay? Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Turn on notifications so you don't miss any announcements and you don't miss when we do go live. All right, we've got a very exciting season coming up. I will be live for all the La Liga matches, all the Copa del Rey matches, all the Champions League matches, which we will be staying in Champions League this year. All right, no more Europa League. One and done. So make sure you're subscribed. Turn on notifications. One more time, if you've been enjoying the content, if you're liking the stream, go ahead and give it a like. Show your support for the channel. Help that algorithm get some eyes on the channel. I do appreciate you all coming and hanging out with us. Prashanth making it in just in time. How we doing, sir? Ovi as well. Hello, hello. Sahil says Pjanic needs to be on the summer exit list. We'll see. He's an interesting one. We talked about him a little bit earlier in the week, so I don't want to get into it again today, but we'll talk more next week. Next week's going to be a big week in terms of making final decisions on who's staying, who's going. So very interesting stuff. We'll see what happens. Again, make sure you're subscribed, have notifications turned on so you're here when we're live. You come and be a part of the conversation, support the badge, support each other. That's what we do here, all right? It's a crazy world out there. Make sure you're looking out for each other. I want you to go out and have a wonderful day. Lots of positive interactions, high fives, and hugs for whoever wants them, whoever needs them, all right? Go out there and do good things. Enjoy your weekend, and maybe I'll see you Sunday for that Joan Gamper Trophy live watch-along. Either way, Visca Barca. Thank you so much for tuning in and taking a ride. I'll see y'all next time. Mwah.